Hi there, it's Elise Kopp, your realtor here in Las Vegas. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me here on my channel. If you're new, welcome. If you've been here, welcome back. Either way, I'm happy to have you here today. Now, I wanted to put together a video for you today, sharing a little bit about the pros and cons to one of our new build 55 plus communities here in the Valley. Community we're going to be talking about is Heritage at Stonebridge. I have filmed a video on Heritage at Stonebridge in the past, so if you'd like to really dive into everything you need to know about the community, see the model homes, get to know the size of the community, the features within the community, everything will be explained in that other video. But for the sake of today's video, I just wanted to point out some of the pros and cons to potentially living in Heritage at Stonebridge. So if you'd like to learn a little bit more about this community, stick around. Also, if you are new to my channel, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Elise Kopp. I'm a realtor based here in the greater Vegas area, born and raised here in the Valley, and I absolutely love living here in Las Vegas, and I help my clients from different parts of the country potentially make a move to or from the Vegas area. So if you catch yourself potentially exploring a move to or from the greater Vegas area, I would love to be your one-stop shop, learn a little bit more about your story to see if we may be a good fit and if the greater Las Vegas area is for you. Also, please keep in mind that we've got nearly 30 different 55 plus communities all over the Valley, new construction and resale. I'm also not limited to just our 55 plus communities. So if you would like to learn about some of our traditional non-55 plus communities, I'd be happy to share some information with you on that. Also, if you enjoyed today's video or found it helpful, I would so appreciate it if you could leave a thumbs up on today's video and also subscribe to my channel. It helps me in making these videos for you. It's free to subscribe and your support means the world to me. So let's talk a little bit about Heritage at Stonebridge, the pros and the cons. Starting off on a positive note, we're going to talk about the pros to living in Heritage at Stonebridge. The first pro I'm going to share with you to living in Heritage at Stonebridge is going to be the fact that, as I briefly mentioned, this is a new build community. Now, Heritage at Stonebridge has different home collections, and they are currently in their semi-final stages of selling their smaller tier Cromwell collection, which are homes between 12 to 1,400 square feet, meaning you can walk away in this community with a brand new home, or if you are interested in a home that's already been built, you're interested in one of the larger home collections, you could potentially walk away with a newer resale home. So that's going to come with newer mechanicals, builder warranties, all that comes with newer construction, newer looking cosmetics. So that's definitely something to keep in mind when exploring this community. The second pro I'm going to share with you is the fact that in Heritage at Stonebridge, you're located in Summerlin. If we're being specific, you're located in West Summerlin, which is just west of the 215 and Charleston in the Stonebridge master planned community. This West Summerlin area is still developing, but they are known for their parks, their trails, being minutes away from Red Rock Canyon, which is absolutely fantastic if you enjoy hiking or just even want to do the 13-mile scenic loop. It's a great spot to check out. You're also minutes away from downtown Summerlin, which is the largest outdoor shopping district in the Summerlin area. You've got all sorts of great restaurants, shops. The Las Vegas Ballpark is right across the street, along with the Vegas Golden Knights training facility. So you've got quite a bit packed together in that downtown Summerlin area. Red Rock Casino and Resort as well. So being close to the downtown is definitely something to keep in mind if you're exploring Heritage at Stonebridge. The third pro I'm going to share with you is the fact that Heritage at Stonebridge, because it is a 55 plus community, they are known for their amenities, resort-like amenities. So if you want to be in a community that has multiple pools, they've got 2 in Heritage at Stonebridge, have a fitness center, a culinary kitchen, different multi-purpose miscellaneous rooms that you can take advantage of. This is definitely something to keep in mind. Some of our traditional non-55 plus communities don't have the activities and amenities that come with being in a 55 plus. So that is something you will want to consider if you're exploring this community. The fourth pro I'm going to share with you to living in Heritage at Stonebridge is the fact that this community is guard gated. If safety, security is important to you, or perhaps this is a secondary home, you're looking for a lock and leave lifestyle, Heritage at Stonebridge is guard gated, so that is something to consider. The fifth pro I'm going to share with you is the fact that because Heritage at Stonebridge is situated at a higher elevation point, and because you are so close to the western mountain ranges, you have absolutely fantastic views of the city, of the mountains, of potentially Red Rock Canyon. So if having a view is something that's important to you, this community is known for its views, and that is definitely something to keep in mind. Now, pro number 6 kind of tags on to what I just shared with you regarding views, and that is because Heritage at Stonebridge is situated at a higher elevation point. You're at one of the highest elevation points in the entire valley. So if you want to be somewhere a little bit cooler, you can count on Heritage at Stonebridge being anywhere from 9 to 11, 12 degrees cooler than the Strip or the airport. So that is something to keep in mind. Are summers still hot, even in West Summerlin? Yes, but that few degree differential definitely can make a difference. Pro number 7 is going to be the fact that in Heritage at Stonebridge, you have really easy access to the 215 Beltway. I talk about the 215 Beltway in many of my videos, and that's because I joke that the 215 and I are like this, and that's because the 215 Beltway makes a big ol' loop around the greater Las Vegas Valley. It can take you from North Las Vegas to Summerlin, Summerlin to Henderson. So if you want easy access to get to different parts of the valley fairly quickly, it is a great thing to be situated close to the 215 Beltway. And our 8th and final pro I'm going to share with you is the fact that in Heritage at Stonebridge, you are only about a 20-minute drive from the Las Vegas Strip and the airport. So if you do want easy access to the entertainment and the cuisine that comes with the Strip, or if you're a frequent traveler, just keep in mind you're about 20 minutes away, and that is definitely a great thing to note for this community. Okay, so now that we got all the pros covered, I want to talk a little bit about some of the cons to living in Heritage at Stonebridge. The first con I'm going to share with you to living in Heritage at Stonebridge is going to be the fact that this is considered a smaller 55 plus community. Unlike Sun City Summerlin or Sun City Anthem, which are 7,000 plus homes, Heritage at Stonebridge is made up of just over 400 single family homes. So if you want to be in a large, active, robust 55 plus community, that is definitely something you'll want to keep in mind. It's not to say that you don't have plenty of amenities in Heritage at Stonebridge. You do, but you're not going to have quite as many as you would see in a large scale Del Webb type of community. So that's definitely something you'll want to consider. The second con I'm going to share with you is the fact that Heritage at Stonebridge, although it is nearly developed as a community, the surrounding areas, the Stonebridge Master Plan community, and just West Summerlin as a whole is still developing. We've got another probably 10 to 15 years to still build out and develop the area. So if you are wanting to be an area that still has growth to come, that could be a good thing. If you're not wanting to wait and give the area some time to build and develop, you should definitely keep that in mind if you're exploring this community. The third con I'm going to share with you is the fact that for a 55 plus community, Heritage at Stonebridge has a higher HOA fee here in Southern Nevada. Your HOA fee for a single family home runs $360 a month. Yes, that gets you access to the clubhouse and all the amenities and activities offered at the clubhouse. You are also in a guard-gated community, but your HOA fee is $360 a month, so just keep that in mind. The fourth con I'm going to share with you to living in Heritage at Stonebridge is going to be the fact that because this is a newer build community, typically you are going to get a smaller yard or lot, especially if you're comparing it to an older established community. that was built 20, 30 plus years ago. Typically, you're getting a little bit less land these days. Of course, lot sizes can vary depending on which lot you are situated on in the community. So we can definitely explore those options. But if having a large backyard is important to you, that's definitely something you'll want to keep in mind, and perhaps a conversation that we can have together. The fifth con I'm going to share with you kind of goes along with one of the pros I shared with you earlier, and that is that because Heritage at Stonebridge is situated at a higher elevation point, it is possible that you're gonna get windier days, breezier days being at a higher elevation point. So just keep that in mind. Yes, the weather will be cooler, but you may also have windier days, especially being closer to the mountains. And the sixth con I'm going to share with you to living in Heritage at Stonebridge is that because this community is located in West Summerlin, this is an area that is highly in demand. So if you're comparing it to different parts of the valley, the Northwest, the Southwest, the Henderson area, you may notice that you are going to pay that Summerlin premium that comes with the lifestyle to living in Summerlin. So if pricing is important to you, that's definitely something you may want to consider. And the seventh con I'll share with you is the fact that although Heritage at Stonebridge has 2 outdoor pools and a spa, they do not have an indoor pool. So if you are wanting an indoor pool in your community, that is something you'll want to keep in mind. The eighth and final con I'll share with you to living in Heritage at Stonebridge is going to be the fact that because this area is still newly developing, cell reception may not be the best. I personally have Verizon as my carrier, and I run into problems occasionally when I'm driving around the community. Some areas are spottier than others, so that is something you want to keep in mind. Unfortunately, I can't control the cell service, but that is something you may want to do some research on and explore. I know that boosters can help in ensuring that you don't have issues with the cell service, but that is something you may want to keep in mind if you're exploring this community. So that scratches the surface a little bit on the pros and cons to living in Heritage at Stonebridge. I hope you took something away from today's video and that it was helpful for you. As I mentioned, this is just one of nearly 30 55 plus communities here in the Valley. So if you do decide you would like to explore the possibility of potentially moving in a 55 plus or traditional community, I would love to connect with you. I will leave my phone number here on the screen, and I would like to thank you for taking the time to watch today's video. I hope you have a great day. Thanks.